Go check out FIFACoinTrader.com for excellent deals in buying and selling coins on FIFA Ultimate Team. Hey guys, CodyBowl3 here, and welcome to episode 4 of Luck of the Draw Squad Builder, the series in which I open a couple of packs, take the highest rated player from each of those packs, and build a team around them players. I'll then do a complete review of the squad, going through each individual player, and I finish the episode off with a countdown of the top 3 best players in the team. So let's get straight into it and jump into the store, and you'll see there we have 2 free packs waiting for us. So just to mix it up a little, I said I'd use these 2 packs as the 2 packs for this episode. And in the first pack we got Mikel San Jose. Now he's a centre back who plays with Athletic Bilbao in the Liga BBVA. He is of course Spanish, he is non-rare, so what we need to do is discard the rest of the things in the pack and get straight into our second, I think it was a pre-order promo pack. And in the second pack, our highest rated player, we just don't pick the rare player, we pick the actual highest rated player. We got Candreva, and he was in a 5-3-2 formation. He is a centre midfielder who plays in Serie A, and I actually went with the 5-3-2 formation, but just to give you a bit of a taster for the team, I'm going to show you some players that I picked up and put into the team. First up was Balotelli, next was in form Samuel, next up was none other than Juan Mata, and finally I just wanted to show you that I did indeed get Victor Valdez in goals. So let's take a look at the team. You'll see there that I have it lined out as 5-3-2, so I do pick one of the 2 formations of one of the players I get in the pack. So Candreva was 5-3-2, and since I haven't done 5-3-2 this year, in Luck of the Draw I said I'd go with it. So first up it is Victor Valdez in goals, and I was actually majorly impressed with him. I've heard not that people have been I suppose negative towards him, it's just there hasn't been a lot of people praising how good he actually is, and he was actually so solid for me. I really enjoyed playing with him. He pulled me out of a lot of bad situations, and yeah, definitely one of my favourite players in the team, and a great goalkeeper. Next up we have Azpilicueta in at right back, but we'll just call him Dave. Anyways, there wasn't much clips of Dave. You'll see there he actually does have decent pace, and he was solid enough. There wasn't all that much in terms of a highlight reel of him. He does have 3-star skills, as you'll see he exhibits there with the roulette and finishes it superbly, but that was actually the only clip I got of him. But overall decent for a non-rare 76 at right back. Next up we have the first of our players from the packs, and that was Mikel San Jose, and I actually was majorly impressed. I didn't expect a whole lot. He's got 60 pace, he didn't have the best defending or heading, and I just expected him to be distinctively average or not that great at all, but he was actually one of the better players in the team, definitely one of my better centre backs. I know I didn't have the strongest centre back, but he was definitely a great player in the team, and he shocked me. And overall, yeah, a decent player. You'll see there he breaks up the play quite well and even creates a few chances for the forwards. Next up we have Mascherano. Now I didn't like him at all, he wasn't great. I know when a player isn't that great when I don't get that many clips of him, and I only got 1 clip of him as well. Azpilicueta was actually alright, but Mascherano on the other hand just wasn't all that great. He is slow, sluggish, his defending isn't all that great, his heading is actually alright, but overall average, and he's definitely not an 86 rated centre back. Anyways, next up we have Inform Samuel to complete the 3 centre backs, and I actually really enjoyed playing with him. He was one of the better players in the team, definitely. His pace isn't all that great because he's getting a bit old and he's pushing on a bit, but overall I actually did like his Inform. His heading was amazing, scored actually a few goals for me from a few corners, and yeah, loved playing with him. Broke up the play very well. He was good in the tackle and overall very strong, and yeah, great centre back. I would definitely recommend him if you were building a Serie A team or even an Argentinian team, or if you can find a way to hybrid him in to some team. He's definitely worth it because he is a very good player. And yeah, that was the last goal that he scored there. Next up in the team we have our left back, and that was Pereira, who also plays with Inter Milan. He is from Uruguay, so he's one of Luis Suarez's buds, and yeah, he was actually very good for me. So he popped up with a couple of surprise goals, it would be said, but he's got good pace, 82 pace, strong on the ball, definitely out-muscles opponents when he's on the ball, and he's good in the tackle. And yeah, overall I actually did enjoy playing with him. And he did get forward a bit because he does he's very attack minded for a left back, But yeah, that left me kind of wanting. But in a 5 at the back formation, it was grand because you had the 3 centre backs to cover up for him. But yeah, you'll see one of the goals he scored there, pinched it off his keeper. I don't know what he was doing with his keeper. That was a very, very bad decision. And here he actually went on a bit of a run, fake shot there, and a bit of skill, danced around my opponent, and the left-footed strike into the bottom right to score. Great finish there. That was a good goal, and that was Pereira, a decent left back overall. Next up is our first centre midfielder, who is Kandreva. And definitely the biggest shock of the team by a mile. I was so impressed with the 2 players I got out of packs. When I got them, I was like, oh, 2 like 77 rated non-rares with average stats. I thought it'd just be the biggest disaster of a team. But surprisingly enough, there were probably 2 of the better players in the team, and Kandreva was definitely one. Popped up with some amazing goals for me. And overall, just held it down in the midfield, and I really enjoyed playing with them. Next up, we got Tevez, who is converted from striker. I wanted to try this out. I've tried it out a couple times in FIFA 12 with Aguero and Tevez, putting them back to centre midfield. Tevez always seems to be better because he just works more than Aguero, I suppose. Yeah. Tevez was alright, decent. Obviously he would be a lot better in striker, but scored some nice goals like this little chip here. He is quick, and he's got a good shot, and he's just a bit of a hustler. Like he works very hard on the pitch. So overall, alright, but wouldn't be the best centre midfielder I had, and either would Mata. I would definitely put Kandreva as my top midfielder in the team. But Mata, yeah, good overall. Actually did enjoy playing with him. He was a bit quiet for the first, I'd say, 6 or 7 out of the 10 games that I played. But he started picking it up in the last couple of games. Decent pace. He does, of course, have 4-star skills, and I think he has 4-star weak foot. He could have 3-star though. And Tevez is the same. He has 4-star weak foot, and Kandreva only has 3-star. But yes, yeah. That was just me talking about their star skill moves. Anyways, on to the strikers. First up, we have Mario Balotelli. And he is amazing. Wow, look at that average rating, 8.8. He was head and shoulders above the rest. He scored 15 goals for me in 10 games. He was just superb. His shot's amazing. He's strong. He's got a rocket of a shot. He's quick. He literally has everything that you want in a striker. Amazing. I couldn't praise him enough. Everyone says he's overpowered, and I definitely would agree. He's only 84 rated. He feels like he's 90 rated. He is just superb. He's got amazing penalties as well. His penalty rating is top notch. I think it's in the 90s or high 80s. And he's also an aerial threat. He can get up there and score some nice goals with his head. But last but not least in the team, is Di Natale. And again, another amazing striker. Had an excellent 10 games for me. I think he ended up with 10 goals in 10 games. And that is superb for a striker. You'll see there he does have 87 pace, so that makes him quite quick. He can get in behind defenders like you can see there. Like Balotelli, he does have quite a strong shot. And also he can header the ball and score like you'll see here. So overall, really enjoyed playing with him. He's got a rocket of a shot. He is actually, people probably wouldn't agree with me, but he is very similar to Di Natale, I find, in just the overall kind of presence they have up front, the runs they make, their shot power. They're both good in the air. Things like that. I found a lot of similarities between the two, but I would have to say that Balotelli was definitely my favourite of the two, and it's not just because he scored more goals. It was just, well, it might be because he scored more goals. But yeah, Di Natale was amazing for me. Scored quite a few goals for me. You'll see here from the kick out. I just had to include the clip from when it was actually kicked out, because it just shows you how quickly with this team defense can turn into attack. And you'll see there Di Natale with the nice finish. And again here he just lets it through his legs. Di Natale does have 4-star skills, the same as Balotelli with 4-star weak foot. They're both 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. And I didn't check that before I did this episode, which I usually do. I usually brush up on my knowledge, but from the knowledge in my head, I suppose, I'm pretty sure they both have 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot, but I'm sure someone's going to correct me if I am wrong. But that is it for the team. You'll see the record on the left. I won 9 games, only lost 1, scored 40 and only conceded 10. The average team rating was 7.9. Top goal scorer, as I said, was Balotelli with 15, and the value of the team is 160k. Everyone does, of course, get 9 chemistry. I wouldn't build a team without 9 chemistry. And overall, I really enjoyed playing with this team. Couple of duds in there, but nothing all that bad. But anyways, there is one thing left to do, and that is count down the top 3 best players in the team. So first up in 3rd place, we have Victor Valdez. Now this might be a shock for some of you guys, because I don't often include goalkeepers in the top 3 unless they are absolutely superb, but he kept me in a lot of games, made a lot of vital saves, and look at that point blank range. He seems to be one of the best shot stoppers I've had in terms of having a goalkeeper in my team, and definitely kept me in a lot of games. I think yeah, I only conceded 10 goals, but with my defending, which isn't all that great, it probably should have been more, and if Valdez wasn't between the sticks and I had a worse goalkeeper, it definitely probably would have been maybe double that number. So overall, yeah, really enjoyed playing with him, and a fantastic goalkeeper. But in at number 2 in the countdown, we have a surprise. It is Candreva. I know a lot of you guys wouldn't expect this, I suppose, but he scored some vital goals for me. I think he ended up with 7 goals in 10 games, which is amazing for a centre midfielder. And yeah, overall, he just really impressed me. It wasn't even his goal scoring, but it was the way he broke up play. And I didn't actually include any clips of his overall play, but he broke up play very well. His dribbling is amazing. He's got superb ball control. I think it's 85 or something his ball control is, so the ball does stick to his feet. He's got good free kicks as well. His penalties are quite good, and overall, yeah, I did think he was actually very good. Compared to the stats on his card, his only standout one, I suppose, is 83 dribbling, but his shot, look at that, 73, no thank you, it's a lot higher than that. He is amazing and definitely deserving of that number 2 spot in the countdown. But finally, the number 1 spot in the countdown does go to none other than Balotelli, and this wouldn't be a shock to most of you guys when you've seen that average rating at 8.8. There was only one man that could take that top spot, and it was none other than Balotelli. Look at him, he just dances around opponents. Again, like Candreva, he's got amazing ball control, and his shot is superb. He's got a rocket of a shot. He is quick, and the main thing is he is strong. And look at this, his penalties, you just won't miss with Balotelli. You want to be very, very bad to miss a penalty with Balotelli. But overall, loved playing with him. An absolute joy to play as a striker. You can get him really cheap now. I think he's around you can get him for the Man City version for about 10k, and that's an absolute steal for how good Balotelli actually is. His shots, his head, he's even good in the air, like you seen earlier. I did score a header with him. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, definitely do go subscribe. I'll leave you with that last goal, so I'll see you next time.